So
yeah, this is the way to do it. I mean, I'm tempted to actually come out there and do it myself. Because,
we'd love to have you. In fact, you ought to come out and then do some kind of a remote show so that all of your listeners can see it, and see what's going on.
Well, I may do that because the issue is with Texas laws about handguns, I don't have a concealed carry. I carry a rifle around when I'm getting death threats and stuff, and then I got kids and stuff, and I have to remember to get it out and put it away, and a person in your public exposure definitely needs to carry a gun with them all the time. That's why I carry a shotgun or rifle, but it just. But anyways, absolutely, I need to start carrying a handgun. But go ahead.
All right. So basically, we provide the 4-day course, the additional 1-day 30-state concealed weapon permit course. That's normally a $2,500 course. We provide that plus all of the gear that you would need for the course: the belt, the holster, the magazine pouches, flashlight. We throw in a T-shirt, a hat, a logoed shirt and hat, a folding logoed knife, all of the training manuals. We provide that 5-day course and all of that material for the price of $11.99. It's about a 3.5 to 1 return on what it would cost for you to get that. Then, as a bonus, we provide a free Springfield Armory XD pistol in your choice of 9mm, 40, or 45. So basically, you're getting over $4,000 in training and gear and a gun for $11.99. You buy the
I was
course.
about to say, I mean, just to interrupt you because this is blowing me away. I don't know. Explain how you can do this because I'm doing the math. The training, the 5-day course, the free gun, the concealed, permit 30 state. I mean, those things are $600 to $1,000. The cheapest I've seen is like $450 here in Texas just to get a Texas concealed carry. So this literally, am I right to say you're doing this at cost basically then or below cost?
Actually, many times it's below cost. The reason we're doing it is real simple. Front Sight's purpose from the time we started Front Sight is to positively change the image of gun ownership in our lifetime and help restore the Second Amendment back to what it used to mean.
That's the way to do it, is the gun culture. Absolutely. We've got to take America back and then show everybody what the gun culture is. And I've just got to add, they're attacking our Second Amendment. But you're absolutely right, Doc. Now, though, the gun culture is taking ground back, and even liberals are figuring out this is about empowerment and honorably defending yourself and not being a slave. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. And this is what our purpose has been from the start. And it's really what also separates us from, a lot of the other people in the gun industry is we're putting our money where our mouth is to try desperately to train as many people as we possibly can, law-abiding, responsible citizens, to levels that exceed that of the law enforcement military community, again, without any boot camp mentality or drill instructor attitude, so that everybody that leaves Front Sight is a walking, talking, perfect example of responsible gun ownership. And, our purpose is so strong in this that we don't have to make money on a person the first time they come out. I want to provide them with the ability to have a good gun. Not some crappy, piece of, Saturday Night Special stuff that's not going to hold up if they need it, but actually have a real gun that they know how to use and all the gear that they need with it. And this is what we found. People take advantage of this offer. They come out to Front Sight. They're totally blown away with how well they're treated, how much they learn. They want their entire family to take the program, and they become people like Joe Bannister, like you had on your show.
They're in the culture. They're in the culture. Just like my grandfathers inducted me into the Second Amendment culture, you're trying to induct people who just bought guns but aren't in the real culture. This is so special what you're doing.
Well, thank you. They just don't really know what they don't know. There's millions of people out there buying guns, but only a very small percentage of them truly understand that when they have to use that gun for real, they're going to be half as good and half as smart as they were on their best day on the training range, which probably wasn't even a training day. It was probably they went to the range, put some rounds in the magazine or in the cylinder of the revolver, fired a few shots, and thought, okay, yeah, I could hit the target, I'll be okay. They have no idea how the adrenaline is going to be surging through their veins, how their heart's going to be pumping almost out of their chest. It's going to be pounding in their head. Their hands are going to be shaking. They're going to be sweaty. They're going to fear for their life. And when that happens, you're only half as good as your best day training. And if you didn't train, you're lucky if you survive the encounter. So we want to bring people to the reality of knowing that the training is just as important as the gun. In fact, we have a motto that mindset and training trumps equipment, meaning the way you think about a life and death encounter is more important than even the training you have, and the training is more important than the weapon you have, because a good man with the right mindset and the ability can basically defend himself with anything. But if you have a gun and you know how to use it, you are a different person for the rest of your life, and that's what we provide. It's a comfort of skill at arms, knowing you can defend yourself, you can defend your family, you can defend your community, you can defend your country if needed, and you can do it to levels that far exceed the people that are out there carrying guns for a living. If you want that, you come see us.
Yeah, frontsight.com. Whenever I hear about old people being robbed and killed in Chicago and New York and L.A., when I hear about young women who get raped and are begging on the 911 call, those calls, over and over again, it's like, why didn't somebody train their daughters? Why didn't somebody arm them? Why do they let themselves be disarmed in New York and Chicago? I mean, it's so pathetic. And then old folks getting looted and killed by young thugs. An old man or old woman who knows how to use a firearm, it's like they're the Incredible Hulk. It's a great equalizer against the scum. And it's just such a wonderful thing you're doing, Doctor. Just absolutely amazing, Dr. Piazza, frontsight.com. And again, is there a toll-free number or a number folks can call? Because a lot of people listening out there don't have a computer or access to it.
Yeah, we have a toll-free number. It's 800-987-7719. And they can reach us. We're here from 8 in the morning until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
That's 800. Give that number out again, Doc.
800-987-7719.
Absolutely.
But I really encourage them to go to the website, subscribe to the gun training reports, and take advantage of everything we offer.
Absolutely. Again, frontsight.com. Stay with us. We'll come back and get his take on the police and military and citizens he's talking to. What's the sense of the people out there?
Finally in the news this evening, it's being reported that cyber spies from Russia and China have now penetrated our power grid. Even as energy experts are reporting that each summer we get closer and closer to the limits of our nation's power grid, some say that this summer's demand for electrical power may finally push the grid over its edge, creating a cascade of power outages across the country, putting us all in the dark.
Are you prepared for the next round of storm-related outages or government-created blackouts? Have you ever thought about taking steps to get off the grid and generate your own private supply of electrical power? If so, this will be the most important information you have ever heard. Solar-powered generators are finally available. They have no moving parts to wear out or break and require absolutely no gas whatsoever. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Check out mysolarbackup.com before you lose your power.
His website's Ignatius-Piazza.com or frontsight.com. And he is a sponsor, but I've got him up today just to talk about what he's doing and his view. And I want to have him back up in the near future to talk for a full hour just about the Second Amendment culture and how we defend it and take your calls. But, Doc, in the few minutes we've got left in this segment and the next, then I got a big financial guest coming on for the listeners out there on some key info with hyperinflation. I can't think of anybody out there who's talked to more people, more police, more military, in and around the Second Amendment, more citizens. And everybody I talk to is really wanting to go to war with the feds. I want to avoid that. I understand that avoiding conflict is the real mastery of it, only defending yourself if you have to. But with the foreign offshore banks seizing the country, openly taking over, what's your view of this whole global system? What are the police and military and citizens saying you talk to?
Well, the people that come out the front side, of course, don't necessarily, at least at this time, represent the views of everyone in the country. But I will tell you, they're much more informed about all of the terrible things that have been going on, for many years in terms of U.S. losing its sovereignty, becoming so indebted that we may never get out of a situation that we're in unless something drastic like you're referring to occurs. They are basically arming themselves because they believe that we're on the path to problems that are in fact going to require everybody who wants to survive it to have a firearm and know how to use it. That's why they come to us. Yes, there are people that are concerned about their personal safety due to crime. But there is definitely an undercurrent of people that understand that, hey, this country is not what it was when our grandfathers, fought and died for it during World War II. And they're very patriotic. They have long lineage of people that have, in fact, served the country. They understand the Constitution. And because they're so much more informed than the average citizen, they can read between the lines with what is being told to them in the newspapers and in the mainstream media. And many of them listen to your show. I mean, I've had numerous people contact me and say, you really should sponsor the Alex Jones Show. And when I started listening to it, I understood why, and that's why we're doing it.